Welcome to Desmond's Donders. Let's head off on a donder. Diary, 23rd of December 2020, Cullen. We left Lockendorb with our destination set for Cullen. We stopped at home for admin, where we emptied cassettes and filled up with water. We had lunch and then headed into Cullen. We managed to get our usual spot and got settled in. Lindsay went up to get a fish supper for us, which was enjoyed thoroughly. We watched a video and read our books. That is about as exciting as it gets on a dark winter's night. We'll be out and about tomorrow though to grab some photos and video. I doubt there will be many drone flying though. Wet and windy is the forecast. "24th of December 2020, Cullen. Today is going to be a quiet day. Lindsay is heading up the high street and I'm reading. We both took photos and video, but it's currently too windy for flying the drone. And no sunset to speak of either. We spend most of the day reading or listening to the radio. We've had a pretty quiet break since we found out we had to go home by tomorrow, with no basis in science. I had a couple of drams before bedtime, but poor Lindsay is full of the cold. "25th of December 2020. Today we head for home. The news at the start of this trip killed it for us, but we still enjoyed the time away. I flew somewhere I wanted to fly since I'd got the new drone, and we chilled and relaxed. The weather was reasonable, but we did get a little cold when outside. Overall, we got more than we thought after March this year, though curtailment of this trip came as a disappointment. Birds: barn owl, buzzard, blackbird, mallard, robin, goosander, fieldfare, carrion crow, grey heron, grey lag goose, grouse, pink-footed goose, black-headed gull, sparrowhawk, tufted duck, rook, wood pigeon, herring gull, starling, oystercatcher, cormorant, eider. Very windy. But a lovely Cullen sunset. I think it might be time to try a time lapse. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . With the new Mavic Air 2 I have, replacing the Spark, for the first time it's possible for me to fly a couple of places that I've wanted to for a while. So here we have Cullen Castle. Not much of a castle these days, but at one time it was. Cullen Castle was a royal castle about 0.5 miles from Cullen itself. Elizabeth de Burgh, the wife of Robert the Bruce, died here, although it has been suggested that this was an earlier castle. It is believed that the castle on Castle Hill was a motte, encircled by a wide ditch and outer rampart, except on the north where a landslip has destroyed it. The ditch is about 20 feet wide and 6 feet deep. The outer bank is about 20 feet wide and 5 foot deep. The mound of the motte has been covered by a network of ancient paths. Excavations were conducted in February and October 2017 to restore parts of the network and minimise erosion. 8 test pits were dug, of which 7 located the main path. The other was dug in an area less disturbed by foot traffic, but did not locate the path. Foundation bases for picnic tables, benches and a replacement flagpole socket were installed during the excavations. No finds or features of archaeological interest were found. The local community is now renovating and reconstructing the path network around the town. We're at Cullen, final stop of our shortened Christmas trip. And I'm afraid probably not going to even hear it. Far too windy for drones. Even the oyster catchers are having trouble. This young cormorant spent a lot of time sat here. He was obviously wanting his photograph taken. I obliged. It's a much nicer day today. less wind, and still a lot of surf. This is a view you've seen before, and this is about as far as the Spark could make it. But now, with the new drone, we push on to visit the Bow Fiddle Rock. Now I could have flown this from Portnocky, but the Spark would maybe have struggled to remain in my line of sight. However, who knows, one day I may try that flight. But with the Mavic Air 2, I can continue on past where the Spark had to turn back, and I can film the Bow Fiddle Rock. Bow Fiddle Rock is a natural sea arch near Portnocky on the northeastern coast of Scotland. It is so called because it resembles the tip of a fiddle bow. It is composed of quartzite, a metamorphic rock which was originally quartz sandstone. This rock is part of the Cullen quartzite formation, which is seen along the coast between Buckie and Cullen. The formation is some 2,400 metres thick and dates from the Neo-Proterozoic era, 1,000 to 541 million years ago. These rocks were folded when the ancient continents of Laurentia and Abalonia collided during the Caledonian orogeny. Geologists still know what they are. They later became exposed at the surface where the sea and weather eroded the structure seen today. The rock formation is both a tourist attraction and nesting place for seabirds, including herring gulls, great black-backed gulls and lesser black-backed gulls. We return now along the coast back towards the town. We'll overfly the harbour and return to our start point. you can see just how busy this park up is these days. And before we finish, we'll take a flight along to see the great work being done by the community to make this a place worth visiting. They've improved the pathway, because beyond this jetty, previously this was just a muddy track, but it's progressed along the coast and round into Port Long Bay, with another viewpoint at the top of the little headland. Lindsay's been there in her walks, and to take a look at those, check out some of our other Cullen videos and also the photo diary from Monday. Thank you for watching this week's Desmond's Donuts. Please take nothing but memories, leave nothing that tracks. We hope you enjoyed it and you'll join us next time. In the meantime, please think about subscribing.